What's going on, guys? It's your boy Will here, back with another video. If you're new to the channel, I focus on tech reviews here, so if you're into that sort of thing, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. So today I got something exciting for you guys. I finally got my GMMK Pro, so I'm gonna do a review on that today. So just letting you guys know, I'm gonna do a pretty basic review of this keyboard. I'm not gonna take it apart. I'm not gonna do all of that stuff that other people have done. I wanna do a review based off, like, if you were gonna buy this keyboard and just put the switches and keycaps and kind of go with it, I kind of want to do that review for you guys. I'm definitely not a keyboard head or in any way, shape, or form. This is my first custom keyboard, so I kind of want to give people my overall feedback of my experience of owning this keyboard for the past week. But yeah, I'm gonna do a basic review as stated before. I'm also gonna show you the build that I made for this keyboard, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick sound test as well. But enough of that, let's get into the video. So the GMMK Pro is a new custom keyboard by Glorious. This is a 75% keyboard with per key RGB lights. I ended up getting the black slate version, and this retails for about $170. In the box, you get the keyboard itself, you get the keycap puller tool, you get the switch puller tool, and you get a braided USB-C to USB-A cable to connect to your computer. Let's go over some key features of this keyboard. As mentioned before, this is a 75% keyboard, 83 keys to be exact, and it's fully hot swappable, fully modular, which means you can add any switches or any keycaps you'd like to this keyboard. It also has a gasket mounted design which helps dampen your keystrokes and adds a nice pleasing acoustic sound to the keystrokes. So the case of the keyboard is made out of a CNC aluminum, very heavy at 3.5 pounds, a nice brushed aluminum feeling. It feels very quality, and also at the bottom you get the Glorious text engraved at the bottom, very nice touch to it. This keyboard comes with pre-lubed goat stabilizers, not sure why they called it that. They're screw-ins. They come with the spacebar, the backspace, the enter key, and the left shift key. It also comes with a nice rotary knob on the top right-hand corner. This is fully programmable within the Glorious GMMK Pro app on your computer. By default, it controls the volume up and down. If you click it, it also mutes and unmutes the volume, but you can customize that within the app on your computer. Very nice texture design on the side, so when you're turning the knob, you feel it, and very nice design. This keyboard is also RGB backlit per key, and it also has nice side lights to it that are also RGB. A very nice touch of the side lights. I like the fact that they're on the sides. It just adds a really nice clean look to it. And you can customize the lights and everything within the Glorious GMMK Pro app on your computer as well. By default, you get a 6-degree typing angle. You cannot adjust this typing angle. I found it to be pretty comfortable, but more on that later. So now let me give you guys my custom build for this keyboard. So I went ahead with the Glorious Panda switches. These are tactile switches made by Glorious. I ended up going with the Aura Mechanical Pudding keycaps version 2. This is the Aura Black version, and these are PBT plastic keycaps. I got the Glorious coiled cable. This is a Phantom Black color. In total, this build cost me around $330, and I'm talking about the keyboard itself at $170, the switches, the keycaps, and the coiled cable, all for $330. So now let me give you guys a quick sound test. As a disclaimer, just letting you guys know, I did not switch out the base plate. This is the default aluminum base plate within the keyboard itself. So here's the sound test. So yeah, what'd you guys think? I think they sound great, especially with the switches, the keycaps, and just the base plate by default. It sounds really, really good. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the sound test. So now let's do some pros and cons of this keyboard. First, the pros. So a pro for me, it's a good quality design, very heavy feeling keyboard, nice to the touch, brushed aluminum. The CNC aluminum case is very nice, adds a nice hefty feel to it. You can tell it's made out of a good quality material. I really like the design of the keyboard as well. Once everything is built together, it just looks really, really clean. I like the gasket mounted design of it, the fact that you can swap out the base plates if you wanted to. By default, you get the aluminum base plate in the keyboard. I'm thinking about doing another video where I swap out the base plates. I ended up buying the polycarbonate one. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see that video. I'll do a more in-depth, thorough test of the base plates, different switches, sound tests, and all of that. I also like the fact that it's fully hot swappable. You could put in whatever keycaps you want. You could put in whatever switches you want. So just FYI, try not to pull the switches out too many times or swap them out too many times because you could deteriorate the PCB board. So just be very careful with that. I like the fact that it also has RGB backlights, and the side lights are a really nice touch. Adds a nice little custom feel to the keyboard. Really nice design. I'm glad they went with it. It just looks really, really dope with the side lights. I like the fact that they added the rotary knob. Adds a nice look and a nice different feel to the keyboard. Very nice touch. But when everything is built together, this keyboard really looks fantastic. It looks super clean, especially with the put-in keycaps. You see the RGB lights kind of shine through. It just looks really, really dope. Definitely a pro for me. And the last pro, of course, is the price. You get the base keyboard for $170, a good buy. Definitely very cheap, very entry level. It's considered entry level based off the price of actual or other custom keyboards. At $170, definitely a pro for me. And now let's go over some cons of this keyboard. So I think the first major con is these stabilizers. I'm not sure why they call them GOAT stabilizers, but they're definitely not GOAT. They're okay. They come pre-lubed, but like I said before, they're okay. A lot of other keyboard heads are switching them out with other stabilizers, but I hear it's kind of a pain because you have to shave down the stabilizers because they don't necessarily fit with the way the keyboard is built and designed. So I'd be very wary if you plan on switching out your stabilizers. Check out some other videos on how to do that just so you don't make a mistake or accidentally damage your keyboard. Another con for me, I know I stated the rotary knob as a pro, definitely a pro, but a nitpicky con is just I wish it was just a little tighter in the rotation. I just wish there was more feedback to it. It feels kind of loose in my opinion, especially when you're trying to turn down or turn up the volume. I just wish there was just a little feedback per turn. Again, nitpicky, but just something I should bring up. Another con, again, a nitpicky con. I wish the angle could be changed. By default, you get the 6-degree typing angle. I just wish there were legs or something where I could just switch the angles whenever I wanted to. Not that I necessarily do it all the time, but I know some people do. Something I thought I should bring up. So by default, you get the 6-degree typing angle. You can't switch it. You can't change it. Nitpicky again, but definitely a con for me. So my overall thoughts of this keyboard. Would I recommend this keyboard for those trying to get into the keyboard game? Those trying to get into, custom keyboards? Definitely recommend it. This is a great entry-level keyboard. Priced at $170, you get a really good quality keyboard, very nice design. When everything is built together, if you decide to get put-in keycaps or any other keycaps, it's definitely a clean look. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. The heaviness adds a lot of quality in my opinion. Hopefully it stands the test of time. I've had this keyboard for a week. Definitely great. The switches I added to it, the Panda switches, they sound fantastic. Along with the keycaps, it's just a great looking keyboard. If you want a really good entry-level custom keyboard for a cheap price, I definitely recommend this keyboard for you guys. As I stated before, I want to make another video for you guys where I take apart this keyboard and kind of give you guys a different feel and experience of what the aluminum base plate versus the polycarbonate base plate versus different kinds of switches sound like and feel like. So let me know down in the comments below if you want to see that video. I'll definitely bring that video to you guys. But yeah, that wraps up this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like the video. If you want to see more videos like this and want to stay tuned for the part 2 of this video, please consider subscribing. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. But until the next one, I'll catch you all later. Peace.